Hey everybody, I'm at Integrity Training Systems today, so this is not about me. I'm not doing a video. I have Misty Weatherford here, and we're on the second half of her leg workout. Every Thursday she works out with me from 12 to 2, and we do legs for 2 hours. I know lots of people like to talk about overtraining, and I don't believe in that, obviously, because I train her for 2 hours. No, I do believe in overtraining. You need to make sure that you make flexibility a priority, but we do train together 8 hours a week, and Misty lifts and does core work and cardio work at least 13 hours a week. However, when she's preparing for a show and she's closer to a show, that's even more. Sometimes it's closer to 15 hours. So we're going to start with the swing squat. This is part of a superset. Again, we've already done an hour's worth of legs, so she's already pretty warmed up. We're going to do what we call the swing squat. This is a Paramount machine. Was a machine that we were fortunate enough to inherit from Powerhouse Gym, which is where I was a trainer for 10 years. And Roger Semch was generous enough to allow us to have this awesome machine. You can see the focus that it has on the glutes, and we are really fortunate to have this piece of equipment. So she's going to set her feet wide, and we don't always do that. Sometimes we go narrow, and we're just really going to focus on getting depth. And the weight on the back of this is added on top of the 90 pounds that this piece of equipment is. So when we do this piece of equipment, if she doesn't put any weight on it, then she basically is lifting 90 pounds. So if we put weight on the other end of it, then that's in addition to the 90 pounds. It's a pretty unique piece of equipment. I haven't myself seen any in the area. And we're going to do walking lunges with dumbbells, but we're going to do a high knee with it. We just throw that high knee in there because we're just trying to get a little additional single leg balance. It just puts a little more emphasis on the glute. So she's going to do these all the way down. And this is all part of a superset that we're going to do, and we're going to do 4 sets of this superset. So we don't really stop until we get to the end of this superset. And when we get to the end of this superset, then she rests. It doesn't really take very long rest, but she does rest. And so within a 2-hour period, one superset might have 6 exercises, the next superset might have 6 exercises, and then the next superset might have 5 exercises. So that's how many exercises she's doing, and that's 4 sets of those exercises, and typically it's going to range between 10 and 20 reps. Every now and again, we throw a 50-rep set in on the leg press. Every now and again, we spend an entire hour doing lunges. Right? I don't think we've ever spent 2 hours doing lunges, but we have spent. We should. But we have spent an entire hour doing lunges. Okay, so on Tuesdays she trains for 2 hours for legs, and then and she does that on her own. And then on Thursdays we train legs together for 2 hours. We're going to do some back extensions, just for glute focus. One thing on this is that we really try to focus on scapular contraction, because when you're keeping your shoulders back, then you're keeping your low back from being the dominant muscle that's getting worked here, so the glutes can get some focus. So that's one thing to consider when you're doing a back extension, is that you really have to make sure that you keep those shoulders back. So we do that for that glute focus. So Tuesdays for 2 hours, and then Thursdays for 2 hours, and then Saturdays at 8 a.m. she trains for 1 more hour with me for legs. And we just change up those exercises for her Tuesday workout. We talk through that Tuesday workout, and sometimes she just comes up with that workout. Sometimes as we get closer to show, we get real specific with what that workout's going to be. Misty is a personal trainer here at Integrity Training Systems, and she trains competitors, she trains stay-at-home moms, she trains business owners, she trains men and women, she trains kids. She's been training for a while, and she's been a personal training client of mine for how many years, Misty? Quite a few.
Yeah, almost going on 4.
Yeah. she's just going to do 10 reps. Now, we've set her feet a little bit wider on this for these. So we're basically doing Romanian deadlifts with a slight bend of the knee. I don't really ever do locked out knee on anything that we do. And so we just change foot positions when we do our deadlifts. So sometimes she'll do them hip width. Sometimes she'll do them wide with her toes pointed outward. And then sometimes she'll do them with her heels together and her toes out. We just do it different. Different angles will just change the hamstring. And then we're just going to finish with a little burst of cardio. So she did all those exercises, and then this burst of cardio is just going to be part of it. She's going to try to stay light on her feet for these box jumps. She always does a really good job with that. She's going to do 10 of these. We don't always bring a cardio move in, but when she is sort of through her season of training for shows, which she is. She's already kind of done all of her shows for the year, and then she'll kind of go until, maybe February or middle of January before she decides what show she's going to do. We take this time because she's going to allow herself to have an off meal in this time. So we're going to take this time to kind of build in a little bit more cardio, just bursts of cardio like these box jumps. She did some hip hop overs the last time. Great job, Misty. Good workout.
Thanks, Debbie.
Yeah, Misty is one of the personal trainers here at Integrity. I'm just going to kind of walk you through to see that this is a non-intimidating environment. People always tell me how hard it is to first make the decision to step into a gym. And this is kind of the back part of our gym. We have a 4,000 square foot facility, and it's stuffed full of equipment because I have very specific taste about equipment, and I kind of hunted down some of these pieces because I wanted them for very specific reasons. So you might look at some of these pieces and say, well, those are kind of old pieces, and I say, yes, they are, and that's why I like them. I'm very specific and very particular about the pieces. I want them to be constructed in a way that we can maximize the benefit, and I really feel like a lot of the new pieces of equipment that you get, they're just not constructed the same way. So I can really appreciate some of this older equipment, and I've just had it rebuilt. This particular cable system was something that we had at Powerhouse. So when I was down in Oklahoma seeking out equipment, I had them rebuild this. They have one just like it. We had it for years at Powerhouse, so I knew it was going to last. I really like the brand Flex Fitness. I like the brand Nautilus. So, I've tried to be able to find some of those older gyms and be able to rebuild them and just keep them strong, and they've been going strong ever since. Got a couple of 30 incline treadmills that we're really blessed to have, and then, of course, our stair mills. This is our cardio area. This is just the place that everyone calls home. This is not a fitness center. You will not purchase a membership to be here. This is a personal training and nutrition location. And so if you come in here at this time of day, there may only be 1, 2, 3 other trainers. Now, if you come in at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, there's going to be maybe 6 or 7 trainers with clients. Might even be a group personal training class that would be going on, and that would be a little bit smaller group. And then as the day goes on, it's going to be nice and quiet and private. So if you're looking to make changes to your shape and you want to make a commitment, not just for the first of the year, but just to make a commitment for a lifestyle change completely, take a look at us at integritytraininggroup.com. We have so many different things going on for the first of the year. Right now, we have the opportunity to purchase 4 personal training sessions and 1 nutrition session if you're a brand new client for only $250. But I appreciate having Misty on. She's a hard worker, and I'm thankful to certainly be her personal trainer and just to work with her on a daily basis. And I know her clients are certainly grateful to be able to work with her as well. Again, integritytraininggroup.com. Thank you for listening and have a great day.